Hey loggers, I want to thank you for your support so far. Together we can build a wonderful community and expand this creepy universe even further. Help me reach 500 subscribers. Something very big is coming. Now without further ado, when we reach 500, the next door opens. What waits beyond is something I can't face alone. Join the logs. Stay aware. Stay afraid. Let's dive into today's story. They never put Building E on the map. I found that out after I moved into the complex. A rundown series of Soviet-style blocks in the outskirts of Dresden, all numbered, all decaying. A through D clearly labeled on every blueprint, maintenance request, and delivery form. But E wasn't supposed to be there. I moved in during winter. Block C, 3rd floor. Cheap rent. Water pressure decent. Neighbors quiet. Almost too quiet. From my window I could see it. Building E, just beyond the broken fence line. Identical architecture, but the windows were boarded from the inside. The outer bricks blackened like they'd been in a fire. And yet, there were lights at night. No one spoke about it. Not the building manager. Not the old man who walked his dog past it twice a day. Not even the mailman, who visibly flinched when I once pointed at it and asked, "What happened over there?" He muttered something that sounded like, "It breathes," and walked away. I made the mistake of checking the entry logs. An old tenant left their laptop behind, still logged into the building's maintenance system. No official logs past Building D, but there were incidents. 23 entries, all labeled noise complaint, structure E, dating back over 10 years, all reported between 1 a.m. and 1:33 a.m. All resolved with the same final comment. No source found. Unfounded. Recommend sealing corridor. Sealing corridor? I didn't understand until I found the hallway. There's a connecting passage between D and E. Wasn't hard to find. Just follow the mildew and broken tiles. The door is rusted metal, painted over a dozen times. Someone carved something into it. They stay still if you don't look. There were marks along the door frame, like clawed hands, reaching out. I didn't open it that night, but I heard the sounds, dragging footsteps. A child's voice repeating something like a prayer, garbled and wet, the click of teeth, and then silence, always silence. I started having dreams, waking up at 1:33 a.m. exactly, every night. The sound of flesh slapping wet tile outside my door, and when I peek through the peephole, I see nothing but a single shadow moving down the hallway, slow, stuttering, like it's learning to walk again. It always stops at my door, never knocks, just waits. Then, yesterday, I saw someone exit Building E. A tall man in a maintenance jumpsuit. His face off, too smooth. Like skin pulled too tightly over the bone. His mouth never closed. His eyes didn't blink. He was dragging a trash bag that twitched every few seconds. He turned to face me, even though I was behind a window 3 stories up, and he smiled. Too many teeth. I called the police. They hung up when I said Building E. I called again, number disconnected. The property manager won't return my messages anymore. This morning, my hallway smells like rot, and there's muddy footprints outside my door. Barefoot, child-sized. I don't think Building E is a building anymore. I think it's a mouth, and every now and then it needs feeding. I should have left days ago. I packed my things after finding the footprints, but when I tried to open my door, it was gone. Not locked, not stuck. Gone. Just more wall. Same wallpaper, same paint, like the building forgot I lived here. I punched through drywall, found brick. Behind the brick, something breathing. The radiator won't turn off now. It hisses constantly, but the heat doesn't rise. The metal is cold as a corpse. At 1:33 a.m., the lights flickered. Then I heard it. From the floorboards, from the vents, from the sink drain. Tenant 302, overdue. I ran. Didn't even think. Just bolted for the emergency stairwell, but every floor I passed was wrong. The numbers flickered, the walls warped. It was like I was running through someone else's memory of the building, not the real one. And the worst part? Every mirror showed me living in Building E. Not C. Not this life. The other one. The one I don't remember living. The hallway to E was open when I got back down. No door anymore. Just a tunnel of flickering lights, every few feet casting a long human shadow, but no one standing in them. There were voices too, so many. Some crying, some praying. One just repeating, "We're still paying rent." Inside Building E, time didn't work right. I passed rooms that had no floors, others that stretched into black space full of pipes and teeth. Every door was numbered 302. All of them had someone screaming behind them, except one. Mine. I stepped in. Same layout as my real apartment. Same couch. Same cracked TV. Even the same box of cereal on the table. But it smelled like birth. Blood and sweat and afterbirth. And in the kitchen, a man was wearing my face. Not perfectly, too loose. Like a mask stitched onto a corpse that had grown too many arms. He looked up and whispered, "This is your eviction." Then the walls opened, not cracked, opened like gums, and the tenants poured in. They walked like broken marionettes, limbs jerking out of time, skin stretched wrong, mouths sewn shut. They didn't touch me. They just stood in a circle and began swaying. The man with my face stepped forward, took my hand, pressed something into it. rusty, bone-shaped. Return before 1:33, or you stay. I don't remember leaving. Just the sound of locks turning inside my body. I woke up on the floor of my real apartment. It's been 24 hours. My door's back. But now all my neighbors are gone. Every apartment in C Block is silent. And last night, Building E had lights on every floor. I threw the key in the lake, burned everything, but I still wake up at 1:33 because sometimes I hear someone else inside me unlocking a door. If you ever see Building E, don't open the hallway. Don't listen to the voices, and never ever say you live in 302. Because once it knows your number, it sends the others. And they've been waiting for a new landlord.